Alright, I'm Jordan Parson. I'm doing the video for Time for School 3, where we watched all those little kids and their progress and how they've been doing. A few of the things that I got from it were that some countries are very, very far ahead of the other ones. Japan really stood out, particularly because they are in school virtually what it sounded like since they're one. Um, that being the case, they're obviously going to be a little bit more educated, a little bit smarter. It's 100% enrollment rate, which basically means both male and female have equal chance of going to school. They have recently, I guess as recent as the video was in 2009, when the video was made, it said before the child starts school they had kind of lessened the workload, and so what that meant was that they don't have class on Saturdays anymore. So it used to be 6 days a week. And that's like a lot of school, but they're doing a lot better. Kind of one of the other ones, some of the other things that stood out to me is it opened the video with saying that there's over 75 million children worldwide that have zero access to a school. So that's part of the UNICEF project, is so that 100% of children in all the conglomerate of countries that signed the pact by 2015, they want to have them all available to go to school. As a whole, girls really kind of get the short end of the stick. They aren't as involved in school as kind of the males. They're kind of seen as the labor force. In countries like Afghanistan, the girls are really responsible for the homework kind of stuff, and so they have a harder time at going to school, as well as they have the Taliban that's fighting very, very hard to stop women's education. In 2008, over 600 schools were burned and lost, and so that's hundreds and hundreds of kids that are no longer available to a school. Usually what it said, one of the other ratios was by 16, 3 out of 4 girls have dropped out. The Shagafa girl that it was following, really, she seemed, very adamant about her schooling, and she really wanted to continue to be educated and get that done, which was cool, because apparently not a lot of other kids were as hardcore dedicated. One of the interesting things, as well as was India. A lot of the girls there are kind of like the drovers. They take care of the sheep, take care of the livestock. And it was saying something upwards of 25 million kids in India are not in school. So, I mean, that's a third of the overall ratio that they gave earlier of the 75 million. And, I mean, that's just in one country. That's kind of crazy. That was in 2003. And most of them, they have to go to night school if they want to go to school. So a lot of the girls, if they wanted to be in school, they'd have to go night school because they're working all day. And usually they maybe get to like first, second grade, and then they consider themselves done because they're going to marry an educated male. And so they don't feel like they need the process. They don't need to go that far. Brazil, they have a cool system where parents are paid so, as long as they have children in school. So it's kind of an incentive program, which actually really is working there because their enrollment rates went up and their dropouts went down. Unfortunately, still the poorest of the country don't go to school just because they just don't have the fun. But that was part one of Time for School.